Let's clear something up right from the start. You do not need to buy an expensive coaching program or memorize a stack of dense grammar books to start speaking English. All you actually need is a basic internet connection and a strict commitment of exactly 20 minutes every single day. Over the next 7 days, we are going to follow a specific step-by-step blueprint. The goal is to lower the barrier to speaking out loud and build a daily study routine that actually fits into your life. Before we begin day 1, grab an empty physical notebook to use as your dedicated English diary and keep your smartphone handy. The only rules for this week are simple: no excuses and absolutely no skipped days. We are intentionally ignoring grammatical perfection this week. What we are doing instead is building the initial momentum of opening your mouth and speaking out loud every single day. For day 1, you need to completely ignore complex paragraphs. Your only focus is on short, high-utility sentences that you already use in your daily routine, like "I am hungry" or "I am going outside." Pick a handful of these basic phrases and speak them out loud 10 times each. While you do this, hit record on your smartphone. When you listen back, your job is to actively hunt for your own pronunciation mistakes and correct them. Moving to day 2, we shift focus to targeted vocabulary expansion. Your task is to identify 20 simple words related to your house or daily routine. Words like chair, floor, or clothes. Take your physical English diary and write these 20 words down. As you can see here on the page, you need to follow each individual word with a simple original sentence. This is where most people fail. Do not just blindly memorize a list of vocabulary. You must physically write and then speak an original sentence for every single new word on that list. Combining your voice recordings with original sentence creation forces your brain to stop passively consuming information. It shifts your focus into active production, helping you retain new words more effectively than a passive list. On day 3, we move to active listening. Pull up a piece of easy-to-digest content, like a children's cartoon or a short story. This graphic illustrates a technique called shadowing. First, turn on the closed captions. Listen to the phrase play out, hit pause, and then repeat the exact audio out loud. Day 4 introduces a higher friction objective, free speaking. Stand in front of a mirror for 10 straight minutes and describe your internal thoughts and daily feelings out loud. During this exercise, you will hit a primary mental roadblock, the urge to translate sentences from your native language into English in your head before speaking. You have to consciously stop doing this. Force yourself to stop mixing the two languages together. Yes, you are going to stumble and make errors, but making mistakes at this stage is a mandatory part of the process. Stacking day 3's shadowing practice with day 4's unscripted mirror talking begins to challenge your brain's reliance on translation. It forces you to prioritize quick expression over perfect mental conversion. Day 5 brings a slight shift toward basic structure. Your task is to construct 5 daily sentences using the simple past, simple present, and simple future tenses. Looking at this layout, you can see exactly how simple we want to keep it. Do not dive into deep, complex grammatical structures or advanced tense roles during this exercise. Now that we have some basic structure, day 6 is the real-world application phase. You need to use English in a live scenario, whether that means ordering food at a restaurant or speaking to a relative. You will likely encounter some friction here. If the person you are speaking to replies in your native language, you must aggressively ignore any awkwardness and persist in responding entirely in English. That brings us to day 7, the review and refine stage. Open up your diary, take the vocabulary you logged on day 2, and fuse it with the tenses you practiced on day 5 to start building slightly more complex sentences. Audit everything you recorded over the past week. Pinpoint exactly where you struggled the most, and use that specific data to plan your focus for the next 7-day cycle. By pushing through the real-world awkwardness of day 6 and accurately diagnosing your weak points on day 7, you complete the first full cycle of this plan and establish a framework for ongoing practice. You now have the complete, actionable blueprint required to start your English fluency journey. But here is the reality check. Confidence in speaking comes entirely from relentless, messy practice. It does not come from waiting on the sidelines until your vocabulary feels flawless. Your 7-day clock begins the exact moment this video ends. To create some public accountability, Go down to the comments right now and write, "I am starting day 1 today." Grab your notebook, record your very first sentence, and take the immediate physical step toward your first week of consistent practice.